Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we began the Fire Temple, and we also saw Darunia cheat his way through the boss door in order to gain access to the boss, of course. And he left us to do the dirty work on exploring the entire temple, rescuing the gorons. In this episode, we're going to be finishing that off. Or namely, this temple. Now, in the last episode, obviously it was recorded before my two episodes of Final Fantasy that I've already uploaded. But if you remember in the last episode of my Final Fantasy VI Let's Play, I said I wish that I wish that Sony Vegas would have a split tool, and guess what? I've actually found it, so I don't need to keep editing my videos in Windows Live Movie Maker anymore, because I can just as easily use the split tool in, well, Sony Vegas. So I no longer need to use Windows Live Movie Maker, and therefore all my editing has been cut down by, well, an hour in terms of rendering. Now, as you just saw right there, I pressed the switch, which was actually quite a while ago because I was talking about my channel and stuff. It opened up this goron hole that I pointed out in the last episode. Kill that thing. These things always drop magic, and I have no clue why. It's not like they require magic to be killed. But yeah, and obviously we want to talk to him. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. Text is so bloody slow. If you find a place that you can see on the map but you can't reach, try playing your ocarina. Well, that's kind of a clue on how to get up to those two gold sculptures we got at the end of the last episode. But we just saw that goron walk in mid-air, unless that boulder was conveniently there and he just walked over it somehow. But it's kind of weird on how that cutscene always goes. I never get it, to be honest. But anyway, another small key. Always a small key. You know, that's kind of stupid, having keys in cells. It means we're jailbreaking. Anyway, now that we got this key, we actually need to go back to the firewall room. You know the room. The room that I always said I'm not a virus, and I accidentally I was accidentally thinking too far ahead, and this is the reason why we've actually got to go back to that room now. So, jumping all the way through here, come around here. Leap! Grab the ledge, because I don't want it to be falling down again, even though I've got to go back to this room anyway. I'll just rather do it this way, because if you go this way, the fire's on this side of the level this time. Kind of cheap, isn't it? Excuse me, bloody front. Anyway, dodge the fireballs, and now what you got to do here is that even though it doesn't look like you can make this jump, you can. I don't see how his arms were nowhere near upwards, and yet he can grab the ledge, but Link apparently can do that. And that annoys me in some games where you can just barely make the ledge, and if you think, yeah, hey, if they just raised their arms a little higher during their jump animation, they could actually make the jump. But nope, most of the time that's not the case. So if we go through this ominous looking tunnel, we've made it to the second tower of the dungeon. If I check my map quickly, yep, second tower of the dungeon. And this place is a huge fire maze. Now he's just going to say, hey, look down through here. Isn't that the room that you and Darunia were in? But yeah, I'm going to take care of that bat before he causes me any trouble. I think we all know how my luck with bats have gone. Is that fire? No, it isn't. Now, you can easily tell that this is a fake doorway. It's just lying against the wall. It's actually jutting out of the wall, and it's supposed to be right against it, or like, you know. And you can also tell that it's fake, because when we try to open it, it looks cheap, and it does that. And if you don't want to try and open it in order for that to happen, just whack it. Now, to get rid of them, what we got to do is use bombs. I'm going away. I've got 33 gold sculptures. I can't believe I've got that many. Sometimes you just forget on how many gold sculptures you've actually grabbed. Yep, and that's how you destroy them. Just use the goron special crop, also known as bombs. Now, I want to avoid this boulder. Now, where's my next entrance? Here it is. We want to go in here. This one's kind of a doozy and always out of the way, and it confuses people, and you don't really need to go in here, especially now as we're quite late in the temple, because, funnily enough, once again, just like in true Water Temple fashion, the compass is late. Just like a certain tutorial in my previous Final Fantasy video. Ugh. I'm gonna sort that out later. But I decided to come back to this game and let that breeze over for a bit. But yes, bloody fruit. It's time of the day again. Whoa! That always freaks me out. Okay, so as we can see here, even though that kind of juts out and gives you a little hidey hole, we cannot get through here. But if we stand here and get rid of that firewall, it's not going to go away, is it? Okay. You can see that there is a... well, if I can show it, because some things always want to get in the way. There is a door right here. We got to find a way to get through the middle part of this tower. Dodge the fire. Okay, that's not a hole, by the way, if you just want to know. In fact, that's where a platform will go soon, you freaking mug. God, what's the matter with my throat today? Sorry, I had to cut that out. I don't want you to hear my cough. My throat was fine until I started recording, and now it's gone all bleh. Whatever. Big areas like this won't have firewalls, so that's okay. And you want to be quick on your reflexes when they appear, because you can accidentally walk into them. And that will be bad, of course, because you lose health. This spot is slightly wider than the rest of them, so it's a free space. Go through this way. Bring it around town, and watch out for this pillar. This totem pole will actually spit fire at you at the direction you're walking. Like that! It's like Super Mario all over again. Oh god. Get away from me. I want to get in! And he just freezes. Of course. There's not really much I can say at this point. I mean, like, we've gone through the majority of the temple. It's just finishing it off. Now, Navi's going green at the floor over there. So if we stand here and play the Song of Time... For a second there, I thought it was going to work. Anyway, we can climb that. So let's do so. And I didn't grab the ledge. What the hell happened there? Of course, I can grab the ledge from previously, but I can't grab this ledge, and yet I was level with it. Makes perfect sense. Now, if we go over here, which the Song of Time block was actually blocking off, if we stand on it, this switch looks rusted. Yep. Because the switch is rusted, we cannot pressurize it, because it's completely broken and ruined, and therefore inaccessible. And that door will just take us back to where we already were. There's a chest in this room, which obviously is a small key. We already know this, because it's with the goron. So we just want to continue on through this room. And I think I just came back the exact same way. Yes, I did. That was a stupid move. I actually got pushed out of the block there a little. This is the door I want to go through, because now we're on the opposite side of that impassable wall of fire over here, where we got the compass. And this is when you would know. This is where you would know when you missed the compass or a door or something. And god damn it! I'm a burning. And oh, for crying out loud! Every time I'm about to talk, I run into a wall. Stop doing that. Okay, what you want to do is stand roughly around here and go straight forward in order to make it to that massive wall of fire. You know why? Because when you press this switch, that's what it's going to take away, and there's only one safe route. And you got to be quick. So, just go straight to the left, and then go straight forward. And there you go. Simple. Now, they're giving us bombs for a reason. Gee, I wonder why. Is it because it's a fake door? Yes! I was nowhere near it. Okay, apparently I'm starting to suck now. As if I couldn't be sucking enough already in my latest amount of videos. But yeah, not only did we blow down the fake door, we've uncovered the real door. Now we'll go hit those pots quickly, see if I can get a heart or something. No, well, I did get a heart. Okay, that's good. I also got reformed bombs, which is always welcome. Now, remember near the end of the last episode where Gorn was telling us, hey, there's these enemies that the Goron special crop could do stuff for. Well, this is that thing. Welcome to the mini-boss of this dungeon. The Flare Dancer. Extinguish its flaming cloves first. Well, there's only one safe way of doing that. Explosion to explosion. And then you'll become a mini-man. Basically, if you let it spin and dance enough, it will make flames appear. And depending on its colour, which is also dependent on how much damage it's taken, it will change the types of flames. I think blue flames home in on you. When he's red, he's roughly at full health. When he's blue, he's weak. And when he's at green, he's almost finished. But because I'm using the big one sword, he's pretty easy to take care of. But once you hit him at least 4 times or less, he'll jump into the flames. You cannot do any more damage other than that, unless I do like an attack and then a jump attack, because, you know, double damage, that will equal 6 hits. And I think he's going to explode after this hit. Okay! Get away from him. He'll drop some bombs most of the time, but he didn't this time. The jerk. Yeah, when you have the big one sword, it is kind of easy, but at the same time, it also takes care of your defense, but I don't use the shield that often anymore because I'm such an awesome dude about this game. I didn't really know how to word that, to be honest, and I think I might want to go back down, actually. No, I'm thinking of Master Quest. There's a key underneath that lift. Right on the lava spot that the lift sits on, but I'm thinking of the Master Quest, so ignore me. See, that's the problem when you've played Master Quest recently and then you go back to the main quest. I shouldn't have hit that switch. Why am I messing up so much today? I end up rambling because of this. I'm not going to make it, so I'm not going to even bother. Okay, just drop it over the edge. Okay, no big deal. I didn't get hit by the flames, so all's good. So yeah, this part of the temple is pretty much the same as the other side now, only that it's slightly different, and it doesn't have that many gold skull for us to find, as we already know. And I don't actually think there's any gold skull up in this area, but yes. Welcome to the second tower spiral room, mostly known as the first, because this is the only one that you would normally be able to reach, unless you have the Scarecrow song at least. Yeah, we're going to get up there, and that looks a lot more epic than it does in the previous room, but there's also fire bats ready to ambush us, and this is an excellent room to have Fourier's Wind. I know I forgot to use it in the last episode, and even though this wasn't really needed because I was going to turn off the game anyway, and I do not think Fourier's Wind warps are kept during saving, so that might be a thing. If they are, you could use them as a checkpoint like Uku, by warping out of a dungeon and warping back in after loading a game. But yeah, we want to make a save point here, because if we fall down, we're going to go all the way back down to the room with the Runia. Basically the boss room. And that will be bad, considering that this is actually the dungeon item of the game. And it's rightfully so, because you have to walk again up this perilous stairwell, and it gets thinner as you go up. But if you have your control stick at a slight gradient, you should be able to just do what I just did right there. Just gonna keep on walking without even turning. Well, you are turning, but you know what I mean. It's like, and my sound is a little bit off. You got the Megaton Hammer! You press C to smash and break junk. It's so heavy, you need 2 hands to swing it. Now, funnily enough, people believe that this weapon is similar to the Big Ron sword, but it's a lot slower and does twice as much damage as the Master Sword. But in actuality, from what I've found out when just looking around online for some damage values and stuff, that's not the case. Actually, I need to dispel that warp point because I don't need it now. But yeah, the Megaton Hammer actually does only 1.25 more damage than the Master Sword. So it's only slightly more powerful, but it's not that much of an increment where it's actually noticeable. Anyway, you want to pound this with your newly acquired hammer, because it's hammer time, bitches. And, well, oh, how do we take care of this? Swivel your control stick and you should do a side swing like that, and you should be able to take care of them. And if it doesn't work, just hit them from the side. But as you saw there, if you try and do a spin attack kind of thing, you swing the hammer horizontally, so that's interesting. Most people don't know that unless they just do it by accident. Oh, and this bloody room. A lot of people have trouble with this room, which is kind of weird, considering that it's pretty much the exact same puzzle that we've had in Jabba Jabba's belly. Oh, I didn't get enough momentum in my roll, and it just made me come to a complete stop. And that was the wrong button. I'll just grab that heart. Okay, that never happened. But yes, we've got like a very suspicious looking floor here. And this switch again. Well, you know what we know. You know what we always do when we see these switches, as we've only just demonstrated. When in doubt, hammer time out. We've made stairs! With Jesus! Nah, not really. We all know Smooth McGroove is the Jesus. Okay, let me just snipe you in the face without targeting, because I'm awesome like that. And I want to go grab one of these boxes. These boxes do not contain anything. I know that, because I've done it so many times. Because we need to pressurize this blue switch, and I almost landed on it. Would have been nice if I could, but I didn't. There we go. Okay. Boom! Coming down. And there we go. This is where that switch lands, into that little hole there. Now, we want to head back, but oh dear, the door is shut. Hey, it's a rusted switch. Let's just smash it in. Because when there's rust, you want to power through. Either with oil or heavy muscle. And I can make that jump. I know I can. Haha! Pound. And we've rescued the last goron in the temple. Or is it? Well, we've come all the way to the top of the tower. It must be true, isn't it? Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? I'll tell you a secret for saving me. A door is hidden inside the statue at the entrance to this temple. But the goron special crop won't work on it. Don't you have anything stronger? Well, we just got rid of one of those totem poles with the hammer. And no, the fire-breathing ones cannot be taken out with the hammer, as far as I know. Because I've never actually tried, and they're only encountered at certain points in the game. But yes, we've got one more small key. And we've got to go back to the very bottom of the dungeon, funnily enough. Because we come full circle. We haven't got the boss key, we haven't got... well, we've got another small key to use. We just got a juicy tidbit from a goron. Why am I jumping over here? I have no clue. So we're going to have to go back to the beginning of the dungeon, funnily enough, and that time... Okay, I can make the jump forward, but I can't make it back. That's weird. I'm playing very sloppily today, but it's not like it counts. I've got to get my game back on. Get your game on. Pound this down, and guess what? You're going to be riding this all the way down. I'm gonna die! Actually, no, you don't take any full damage, weirdly enough. Yep. No full damage. It makes absolutely no sense. I just don't get it. But anyway, it faces us in the correct direction to go. So I might as well just head this way anyway. And yeah, we've got to find that totem pole in this room, because there's a door behind it. Hey, there's a door here. Where's it lead? Oh my god, we found the last goron and the boss key. Funnily enough. But, yeah, if you came in here at the very beginning of the dungeon and you wanted to get that so you could have just skipped the entire temple, nope, you have to actually scale the entire temple just to come back down here. It's a jerk like that, I know. But at least it makes the dungeon a little linear. It makes you come back full circle without forcing you to do so. It just takes you here. Anyway, excuse me. Get rid of this and get for the door before that key gets me. Thank you. And we're in a room full of torch slugs. I don't know why I was calling them lava slugs before, and I actually forgot to change one of my tags for that. I just remembered myself, so that's awesome. So just kill. Nyoi. Hell yeah! Kicking butt, kicking butt. Burn, baby, burn. And you're dead. There you go. That kills all the enemies in the room, allowing us to progress. But it's not over yet. And, just so you know, you don't want to be equipping your bombs. There's actually another technique that I've recently learned from Lucagin, actually. Oh, it's the next room, excuse me. I've got to put this sword away! One of the reasons why the big one sword's kind of crap. Come on, hurry up. It's taking too long. And there's a light there. Just like I said in the last episode, I will scan it. An enemy that eats shields and certain clothes. Beat it quickly to get your gear back. Technically, this is the first time you see them. They don't appear in A Link to the Past unless you're playing the GBA version, so that's kind of the reason for that. And I came dangerously close to getting sucked there. But anyway, he poofs away, gives me a 20. And the final gold Scatlink is here as well, and I just rolled into it without taking any damage because I am awesome like that. And this dungeon is 100% complete in terms of gold Scatlings. And this was the room I was talking about. Don't use your bombs, because we've got another flare dancer to beat. I can throw things too, you know. Anyway, just pound the ground, and boom. Somehow that gets rid of it. Gets rid of his fire shield. I don't understand how that works, but whatever. Maybe it's because we knocked him out of his step, because, you know, he's twirling, and because we did an earthquake, it messed him up. Oh yeah, and with the torch slugs, if you hit the ground, you can also flip them over and they instantly get deflated. But considering that they normally take 2 hits anyway to kill, it seems kind of pointless, but I guess they were trying to emulate those turtle enemies from A Link to the Past. When you use the hammer, they flip over. And there's no kind of turtle thing like that in this game, so... Except for the torch slug, because they're kind of similar, so it's kind of a thing. Get out of there! And we're done! Now, I do not get the chest that they drop here. It can't be anything possibly helpful. I'm just going to tell you right now, if you want to keep this chest for later for some bloody reason, it's just a bunch of bombs. I guess it's because if you use bombs against this one as well, and you didn't know this to refill your ammo, I guess, but I used the hammer, so that chest was kind of useless for me, actually. It's not like you can just go around Hyrule Field and just break a bunch of bushes or something and get some bombs, unless you're as unlucky as I am and never get anything that you want from the drops. Like the arrows, for example. Are you releasing me? Am I free to go? Oh, I see. Big Brother Darunia asked you to rescue me. I owe you big time. Please help Big Brother. That's his only request. He doesn't give us a tip, but he does give us access to the boss key. And he does tell you where you need to go in case of coming around full circle and getting the boss key somehow confuses you. Because face it, we've gone through every room, we've got the boss key in the final room that we've never been in, well, we never had access to before, and, well, now the only place that we haven't been is the boss room, so that's kind of obvious. And you know what? I'm going to take care of it now. Yes, we're getting this dungeon done in 2 episodes, and they're both 25 minutes long, roughly. Granted, I am coming up to 22 minutes right now, but I can go over it just a little. I mean, I've been pretty diligent in keeping my videos a little bit short, in the 25-minute mark. So if I hit 27, that's okay. It shouldn't take me more than 5 minutes to beat this dude and get through the cutscenes. And like I said in the last episode, if you need any health, go to the right of you. There's a hookshot target there that you can now reach with the hookshot. The long shot you could already reach. There's a couple of fairies over there if you need them. And wow, this place is so hot, it actually gives us a red glow. Whoa! Looks like the place is erupting again, isn't it? We are in the very depths of the fire temple. Deep in the catacombs of Death Mountain. Wherein lies the ancient dragon, Volvagia, arises once again. I always thought that was Eric. Anyway, subterranean lava dragon, Volvagia. Not what people think, and I'm not going to say it because, you know. I love the music in this game, now you know why. This is the boss music I love so much, and it appeared in Twilight Princess in a remix. Do-do-do-do. Why am I telling you this? It actually played when we were fighting against King Dodongo. I don't know. I just love this theme. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Anyway, basically you gotta play Whack a Dragon right here. You gotta hit his head, or hit her head, when she pops out of a hole, and then hit it again with anything you have. Doesn't matter what you use, it's pretty much the same damage. Now, if you want to do some extra damage, I recommend equipping your arrows for this. Because when she pops out of the ground the first time, and yes, it is a she, snipe her head. You can actually pierce her armor on her head, and she'll instantly come back down to the ground. If she stayed up any longer, she may have just dragged on the fight longer, or she would, I need to get the hammer back out, derp. She may, start making rocks fall down. Now, the second time she pops up, and all other times that she pops out of the ground, make sure her hair doesn't hit you when she does that. Because it will trip you up, and then she can hit you with a flamethrower or something, and that is damaging beyond belief. It takes about 3 hearts off of you, 3 to 4 hearts, so the game's not going to be generous here. But like I say, when she pops out of the ground on the second and afterwards time, she's going to go way too high for you to actually snipe her accurately. So you want to actually grab the side here, where you can actually grapple onto, even though it doesn't look like you can, and just like the rocks fall, they can't hit you. Obviously don't touch the lava, because even though it is an instant death, or counts as a pit, so you respawn, you still walk on it and take damage like usual with the fire tunic. But, yeah. And now, once she's gone back into the ground, the rocks are just going to be landing in the spot that she's going into. And once they stop falling, she'll be reappearing once again. So just hope... Oh god, she's way over there. That's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Get it! Shit! I got hit by the fire, or I got stuck in her and I took massive damage. I don't normally take damage on this boss, but she was way too far for me to actually get her, and I took my chance. And it did not work out in my favour. Whatever, she's going to make more boulders fall down. Oh no, she ain't. Okay. That's weird. Oh yeah, by the way, you can get hurt by these lava spots as well, but you can also stand on them. Okay, where is she coming out this time? Please not right behind me. Please not right next to me either. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, this time I've got her. Let's finish this. Whammo! I love this boss, just because it's whack-a-mole version of it. It's just a whack-a-dragon version of whack-a-mole. And the boss theme! The boss theme! And not only that, it was also one of my banes of existence when I was a kid, because I could never beat this thing without taking massive damage or losing a fairy. But yeah, this is the most gruesome death ever for a boss as well. She somehow spontaneously combusts. Her skeleton lands right all over the place. The skull lands right in front of you, and somehow the heart container is kept inside of the brain? I don't know. And, beta fun fact time! An R-Wing model was used to test out the AI for Volvagia, before Volvagia was actually created, when she's flying around. And that's why an R-Wing is available when you use cheats. Oh, and I love when you do this, when you have both the Megaton Hammer and the Bigoron Sword out. They both use two hands. If you just keep alternating between the buttons, this happens. It's magic. Anyway, let's get out of here. Man, it's dark. That's because of the reddish glue. Oh my god! What's up with Death Mountain? Boom! Wait, what the? The volcano's erupting! The volcano's erupting! And all the darkness is gone. As well as the creepy ring. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. His face is creepy. By the way, I, the Wild Darunia, turned out to be the great sage of fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey brother, take this. This is a medallion that contains the power of the fire spirits and my friendship. Huzzars! You have received a huge novelty coin fire type. I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. You received the Fire Medallion! Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his power to yours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers. And with that, I think we'll end it here. So in the next episode, guys, we will clear out Death Mountain Crater, because we now has a hammer, we can break stuff. See you guys then.